Hey, I'm David Essel here talking about the world of dating. It's a wild one, isn't it? And I want to talk about our 3% rule of dating, David Essel's 3% rule of dating. We created this a number of years ago in order to help people to get really clear of why they're choosing individuals that are just not compatible for them, or why their past relationships seem to be filled with chaos and drama. You change the name, Mary is instituted with Sue, and all of a sudden you still have the same crazy relationship. You leave Mark and you start dating Jim, but the same crazy relationship. Why is that? Why does it happen? Well, we found the answer, and it's something that you're not going to read about in a lot of books. Although we do mention this in our brand new #1 best-selling book, Positive Thinking Will Never Change Your Life, and you can get chapter 1 for free at talkdavid.com. We go in chapter 1, which is the free chapter, talking about this whole soulmate thing and how a client came in and we helped to redirect her. Her success was off the charts, but she didn't find the love of her life by looking at all the things that were great and compatible from a physical point of view and a financial point of view. And why you want to be attracted to someone, oh my God, you've got to be attracted to someone. There's a lot of mistakes we make over and over and over again. It's called patterns in dating. So we found a way to shatter the patterns in dating. And I'm going to say get chapter 1 so you can really read that whole thing about soulmates and the illusion behind soulmates. And then continue watching this right now. So what is the 3% rule of dating? This is going to make your world of dating very easy. Although you're going to have to be stringent, it's going to make it easier. And the odds of finding someone who's compatible with you increases dramatically when you pay attention to this. The 3% rule of dating says that 97% of someone's characteristics could be perfect for you. But if they have any of your 3% or the deal killers, then it'll never work. And when I say never, I mean never, ever. So what would that look like? So we have that tendency to write down, I want someone that, has these interests of mine and these hobbies and this religious path and all that kind of stuff, which is important. But the deal killer list or the 3% list says this would never work with me or for me. If a person has any of these traits, it would never work. Now, on average, and this is just an average, when we work with clients in this formula, everyone comes up with about 6 to 8 deal killers. Now, you could come up with a lot more, but that's about the average, 6 to 8, where that if you were dating someone, let's say who smoked and you're a non-smoker, it would never work. Or who drank too much and you don't drink that much, it would never work. We recently worked with a couple where that they were madly in love with each other, but they had 2 totally different religions, and neither of them wanted to change. And they wanted to have a child together, but they were having a really hard time raising that child in 2 religions. And eventually, when they looked at their deal killer list, one of the deal killers was someone outside of their religion. Now, that doesn't mean it has to be yours, but it was theirs. And so what I always say to people is don't worry about if someone else judges your deal killer list and says, oh, that's too stringent. If it's yours, it's yours. Own it. Don't be codependent and change because someone tells you that you should. If you know for sure that you can't date someone who's an early morning riser unless they're very flexible and they say, oh, no, honey, you can stay in bed. I'm going to get up really early, but you stay and sleep. If you have that kind of relationship, then hell yes, it can work. But if you're dating someone that wants you up at 5 a.m. to go running or to go and do something, and that's never been you and it ain't going to be you, that might be a deal killer. We've worked with women that say that guys that want sex all the time, it's a deal killer. Interesting, right? And then we have other women that say, are you kidding me? I want a guy that wants to have sex all the time. We might say that a deal killer would be someone whose only desire in life is to travel. And if they date someone that doesn't want to travel, guess what? You can do individual things, of course, but you really want someone that's going to be active in life with you, or why date them, right? So it could be smoking, drinking, it could be a different religion, it could be that someone wants more sex than you or doesn't want any sex at all. It could be someone that wants to travel all the time and you have no interest in traveling. I worked with a couple that were dancers. Well, the woman was a dancer anyway, and she was semi-professional, and 3 or 4 times a year she went to these big dance competitions, and she wanted a partner who, not to compete, but she wanted a partner that she could dance with 4 to 5 days a week. Fell in love with a great guy who told her from day one, I am never going to dance. And of course, months down the road, she's heartbroken, wondering why the relationship didn't work. Well, the relationship didn't work because one of your deal breakers really should have been, I need a guy that will at least casually dance with me. Does this all make sense? The 3% rule, David Essel's 3% rule of dating, will save you a lot of headache. Now, it might be difficult. Like you might meet someone that has 99% of what you want. But if they've got a massive deal killer on their plate for you, oh, honey, it's going to be really hard to work that out. So get chapter 1 for free of our #1 best-selling book at talkdavid.com. If I can help you in the world of dating, all of our one-on-one coaching work from anywhere in the world is guaranteed 100%. So there's no risk from your part financially, okay? Have a beautiful day.